Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Oreo here. I have hijacked the peace dealer's transit talk. He thought he was going to talk about Venus. No, that's going to be my job. There's some very important things you must know. Some very, very important things you must know. If you have a problem with Sir Oreo here, I know some of you came to see the peace dealer. If you have a problem with Sir Oreo, then just get out of here. This is my transit talk right now. This is what it will be. This is going to be a nice and simple transit talk. I made Venus exceptionally long. Sorry, that was a Freudian slip. I made Mercury exceptionally long because Mercury is very relevant. You know, Venus is very important too. Actually, it's one of the most important aspects of this whole transit here for Leo. But if there's one thing I can say, you know, right now as we speak, Venus is 29 degrees. And if you've had a relevant twin flame synchronicity, I want you to comment a fire sign emoji. I'm going to say this one more time. Venus is 29 degrees right now, next to the North Node, ready to go into Cancer. If you have had a relevant twin flame, if your twin flame just smacked you in the face with a synchronicity, my twin flame, I don't have a twin flame, but I just saw a synchronicity. I experienced a twin flame synchronicity last night that kicked me in the nuts, smacked me in the face, revealed my stupidity for even doubting the connection in the first place. Now, I'm not trying to spew twin flame jargon and rhetoric in your face. I just wanted to make sure we're clear here that, you know, we're all experiencing these synchronicities together. Unless you're an agent or a bot, then you really have no heart, and you're really just an extra. In fact, that's what I'm going to spend this Venus talking about. We know that Venus represents interactions, because this is feminine sexuality. And with feminine sexuality, this is how you receive pleasure. What do you really please? Venus in your zodiac chart lets you understand how you actually experience pleasure in your interactions with others. And this is very, very key, because this is a production. And if you understand this as a production, and if you understand that billionaires and globalists are taking over with corporations to steal your ideas, sorry, I got overboard. Then before this goes into Cancer, and you have very deepening connections with people who you should probably know a bit more, you'd understand that these billionaires are so rich. Excuse me, I wanted to say like 5 things at once. Like what I'm saying is a tangent of a tangent of a tangent. But before I finish this tangent, these billionaires are so wealthy. They're not even rich. They're so wealthy. They're so wealthy. This is not hard to think about. They're so wealthy that the concept that they can pay many people and actors to live a totally scripted life could go over your head. Imagine if I could literally buy influence, and I was so wealthy that I can buy literally the general half of Dallas, Texas. And I might meet someone else, let's say it was someone else, I might meet someone who I go to the grocery store, and I see them at the grocery store every day. And they're just bagging up groceries. And they're old little Richard. And I have small talk with old little Richard every day. I go to the grocery store every day. And old little Richard and I talk about all things in politics. And whether I want to admit it or not, old little Richard influences my perception. Old little Richard influences my perception to a degree. What if I had no idea that Little Richard was a paid, sponsored agent by George Soros, by a billionaire who paid for his whole identity, had connections with people in the DMV, and was able to create a whole new identity. Not only creating a whole new identity, what if he's a paid agent and it is his job to live in a certain place, in a certain infrastructure, to work at a certain hour, and to be a certain person for a certain amount of time? What if it's not just Little Richard? What if 75% of the people in that grocery store that I frequent every day are paid agents who represent different interests to different people at different given amounts of time? What if I was so wealthy I can buy the greater Dallas region and employ 500,000 people on schedule to be a certain person? That would be ludicrous. Stuff like that doesn't happen, peace dealer. This is not the Truman Show. This is real life. I know, because I know the people I live around. Even though it's in the news that certain neighbors are serial killers, so you never really know who's who until you see it on the news. But this is ridiculous. If that were true, if that were actually true, that would mean the whole mechanism of how I discern who is who in my life would have to change considerably. Because then how would I know if certain people that I met were paid agents? No, that's ludicrous. It could never happen to me. It could never happen to me. It can never. This is a movie. It can never happen to me. That's ludicrous. That's ludicrous. And yet, it's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Venus and Gemini has established the parameters between who will be in your life and who is destined to agent what they're agenting. You see, in this life, you have conscious agents and you have unconscious agents. See, some of you are watching this like, I'm not an agent. I got to watch out for agents. And yet you walk and represent another entity. That means you're an agent. You fulfill an agency. You represent something. And that means their values you must represent too. And so you're only you up until the point where you have to be them. You're an agent. See, I'm a conscious agent. I know who I'm an agent for, and I know what I'm an agent of. The truth. It doesn't matter who you are. The truth is objective, and you can get cut, and you will get cut. But some people don't even know that they're even agents, and they unconsciously be used like puppets. Some people do know they're agents, like Ghislaine Maxwell or Hillary Clinton. Oh, in fact, I'm not even going to say that name. This is very important. You thought I was going to talk about twin flames and love, weren't you? You thought I was going to talk about twin flame love. Well, you want to know one of the most significant secret agents of your life? That may be one of the most potentially dangerous individuals, your twin flame. Did you think this was a romantic tale where we would bump shaggies and frequently mollywog each other in the room and kiss each other and do romances? It's way deeper than that. It's way deeper than that. There's a mission you both fulfill. And you're going through a portal right now that is uncovering the truth and the true nature of your heart. Now that we have spoken on the importance of this transit, I'm going to spend the rest of this transit talking about sex, because really that is what Venus is. I don't want to make you think this is love at all. This is a Greco-Roman confusion. Greco-Roman authorities gave Venus the moniker of love because she's a love goddess. And now let me tell you, feminine sexuality can lead to love because you've got to love it. So beautiful. But this is more beauty. This is more the swagger I walk in with my glorious hair, and I know that I am just an utter specimen of beauty. Venus and Gemini want you to speak your beauty. And so we're going to do an exercise. Before I finish this transit, I want to do a very important exercise. Venus is on the North Node. in Gemini. And while we're together, we're going to do a very magical ritual, stepping into Venus in Cancer, that is going to manifest the relationship of your dreams. Have you ever wanted to be with the one? Have you ever wanted to be with the one that you've always wanted to be with? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I regrettably inform you that is impossible. If you want to be with the one, I'm going to say some very cliche things in 3, 2, 1. Then you must look in the mirror, because you are the one. You are the one that is going to grace someone's life and make them happy that they are even with you in the first place. And so we're going to do an exercise. Make no mistake, the energy is potent and the energy is ripe. Energy is riper than it's ever been right now. The moon is next. Magic best, guys. I was channeling too much magical energy, and it bested. This is frequent. I really channel these energies, but my friends, this is magic. It's very it's very crazy. It's very, very crazy. Oh my God. All right. It's not an excuse or anything, but the moon is very, very potent. That was the moon is very potent, as I was saying right now. Oh God. You'll never have magical energy as potent as this again, ever in life. Ever, 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 ever in life. It's very important you understand this. It's very important you understand this. We have the moon next to Neptune in Pisces, and Venus is 29 degrees Gemini. And so join me, ladies and gentlemen. Join me, ladies and gentlemen, on a very magical exercise that will change your life. You see, some people are too cool to be here. Some people could be here and they chose not to. They don't believe in this astrology. It's just going to be a crazy man. This is going to be some loser on the internet talking about the stars. And I'm too cool for this. But you're here. You're here right now. You're here right now. You're here right now. I possess a Gemini spirit. And so I'm activating this ritual for you. And we're going to do this together. You are the one. And so we are going to speak and communicate the fullness of our beauty. And we are going to manifest collectively our romance stories. Romance. I meant our pleasure. Let's get hedonistic here. All right. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy. All right. This is very much as simple as we don't have to gather energy or anything. What we're going to do is we're going to speak and evoke right now the state of our love. We're going to speak about how fantabulistically beautiful we are. And we're going to speak on how the partners we're going to be with are going to be so lucky. They're going to be so amazing. They're going to be so blessed. We're just going to talk about it. We're going to envision it and imagine it. And that's it. And then we're going to release it. We're going to release it in the air. Are you ready? Thank you, Jeremy. This wig is this real hair. This real hair is just fabulous. This real hair is just fabulous. It took me my whole life to grow this. I'm a very unique breed of individual. But yes, we're going to start now. Are you ready? Are you ready? We're going to do this together. Now, because we're doing this together, we're emitting a frequency together. And this is going to exponentially anchor this. Everything you say, you want to say it with your heart. It's going to anchor this energy. Are you ready? Let us do this. I am just so fantabulistic. I love my hair. I love this vibe tribe. We're so amazing. Who would not want to date us? Who would not want to be with us? We are so sexy. We are so sexy. I have women knocking on my door and openly stalking me. I am but the pinnacle of true beauty. We are all so beautiful, and we are also amazing. And we are manifesting relationships that allow us to really step into our worth. And they're very sexy in nature. And our partners are so sexy. And our partners and sister wives are so gorgeous. And our partners and all of the people who we're connecting with as a collective are just so sexy. I just walk in the room with my partner and people are like, oh my God, she is drop dead gorgeous. Oh my goodness. And you walk in the room with your partner and people just like, wow, this is so amazing. This is so amazing. All right. And it gets even better. It gets even better. You know who's going to be at my wedding? You know who I see at my wedding? My half brother. You know him very well. I blessed my half brother with a saying. You know who my half brother is. I used to say this to him all the time. And then he used to start saying it in his videos. Let me know if you know. Peace. Diving deep once again. Infinite waters here. Yes, that is my half brother. I used to say it all the time, and then he says it in his videos, and I'm like, oh. But I'm not really petty like that. I don't care if people take my ideas. It's totally okay. That's my brother. That's my brother. All right. That's you know, Barack Obama has his half brother. Well, I'm Ralph's half brother. If you ask Ralph is famous though. If you ask Ralph, he'll say he doesn't have a half brother. He denies me in public. But it is what it is. I understand. He's famous. He doesn't want his image to be associated with me. I understand. But you know, you can clearly hear and see it. It's not really up for debate. That's my brother though. All right. So half brother. So other than that, yeah, this is very amazing. We are beautiful. We are sexy. We are so beautiful. We're so magical. We're so awesome. And we just fantabulistic. I mean, I've never seen hair as glorious as this. And this is just rich. And I really don't know what I can do wrong. I really don't know. This is not really narcissism or arrogance or anything. This is just more an expression of, you know, the true beauty that's coming from the phallus of my mouth. Wait, oh my God, I just called my mouth a phallus. So beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. We're all going to have just amazing, beautiful relationships. And it's going to activate right now because Venus is going to go into Cancer. And if you know anything about the tarot, you know, Venus in Cancer is the Two of Cups. It's not only just the Two of Cups. If you've noticed, I want you to comment and this is very vague to say, but this may, resonate with some of you. I want you to comment a wave emoji. If you've noticed, people revealing their boos. If you notice people finally revealing their partners. You know how people be like single but not really single. You know what I'm saying? It's like they'll be hiding their boo things. It's because they don't want to reveal who their boo thing is in case the trial period doesn't work out. And that'll be pretty embarrassing because it's like you show people, who you're dating, and then, you never end up staying with them. And so, it looks embarrassing, like you can't really keep a partner. So people kind of like hide their boos, especially on social media. They might do the weird or the subtle look, you know what I'm saying, just to give you a hint that they might be talking to someone, but and then when they try pass the trial period, it's like, okay, I'm fully pulled out, like I'm confident enough to share who I'm actually with, and then it's just like, oh my God, have you noticed that many people around you have actually been moving forward with the booage? moving forward with the booage. They're ready to concentrate and share their relationships and maybe even enter relationships. This does not have to apply to anybody. This does not have to apply to everyone. This does not have to apply to everybody. This is Leo season, so I will hair wave my hair every second. Okay. This does not have to apply to everybody. All right. This is Venus in Cancer. Now that you understand the truth of your connections with others, it's time to flesh this in with sincere emotional development. You're developing emotional intelligence by going through an intergalactic space war that's really going to test and try your loyalties. And this is why it's very important to know, is the person you're with an agent? The answer is yes. But what kind of agent are they? And where's their allegiance? I have homework for you. If you would like to really understand this music, if you would like to really understand this transit, I would say Venus on the North Node, opposite the South Node in Sagittarius, is reminiscent of one movie. If you would like to watch Mr. and Mrs. Smith, how well do you really know your spouse? How well do you really know anyone in your life? You may know someone forever, and then something happens and they're never the same. And slowly but slowly, they become less of themselves before they become a totally different person. Some people in your life have died long ago and you refuse to admit it. They will never be the person that you've known them to be. And they have been replaced with a dark force or a demonic entity. It's very important to take in mind as confrontation is inevitable. We have reached the Lion's Gate. It's not a coincidence that as we've reached the Lion's Gate, Venus is entering Cancer. It's not a coincidence at all. Just to wrap this up really quick, I'm not here to really waste your time. Venus is coming out of its retrograde and will transit from 16 degrees Gemini to 14 degrees Cancer. That is huge. 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 Okay. Once it goes halfway through Leo, we see Venus exit Gemini. And so this is very, very pivotal because we're going to get ready for a clash between your heart and the Capricorn entities. Your sun went through it, your mind just went through it, and now your heart, your ability to express your sincere feelings, okay? Your ability to say sincerely, fuck you. I care about you. That's why I can say fuck you. Okay, let's backtrack. The sun came through this opposition in July, in Cancer season, and you were like, I am going to be myself. F you. And then Mercury went through last week, and you were like, data computing. These are the facts. Intellectually, F to the U. And now Venus is coming through, and you must be sincerely in your heart. How are you doing? Are you okay? Your shoes look amazing. Do you feel right? All right. Fuck you very much. Fuck you very much, mate. I really like your shoes though. Where did you get them? That's really amazing. I love your sense of style. Yes. Fuck you too. Fuck you too. You have a good day though. Have a good day though. And Venus will go through. And that'll be the end of the gauntlet. And as we end the gauntlet, guys, I want you to understand that your heart is ready to dive deeper than ever before. And you're about to get a sense of drip. We are ending the transit off with a trine to Neptune. It is going to get dreamy. You're activating psychic abilities in your connections with others. And the truth of your connections is becoming complete today. You're coming into the true connection today before you dive in deep tomorrow. It's all happening right now. Love is a very funny thing. It's really a pimp that wants to make you all its hoes. Love is a very funny thing. Backwards, it's evil. But let me not hit you with this propaganda of love. Let me just tell you, now more than ever, you want to really, 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 really understand the nature of your heart, which may be deceitful amongst all things, but balanced with the mind is supremely intelligent. As you uncover the truth of loving your life, this is going to put you in connection with beings that you've never, ever, 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 ever thought possible. You see, there's another half to this. Your heart's intelligence is reaching a fever pitch, and it is aligning you with the twin flame connections and dynamics and understandings of higher psychic intellectual power and relationships, setting the way for telepathy in ways that will prepare you moving forward for this to flood in the psychic ability to intuitivize your heart. And I just made intuitivize up right now because intuitivize is really a word. And the rest of this Leo season transit, as the sun ascends from 16 degrees to 29 Leo, is going to bring Venus 0 degrees Cancer to 15 degrees Cancer. Do you see the depth of exploration? You will be catching feels at a level unimaginable. Air signs, this is why I say kill your feelings. Water signs, you're shameless. You are feelings. You don't care, and you know how to maneuver them. But let me tell you something. Your life will never be the same again after today. You are manifesting the ultimate truth, aligned by destiny, to be the best you can be. Let me tell you something. The major mechanism for your supernatural ability is not your spirit. It is. It's not your mind. It actually is. It's your heart. It is your heart, even though it's really your spirit and your mind. It's your heart. Your spirit makes you aware of it. Your mind processes it, but it's your heart. And I'm not saying heart, guys. I'm saying your heart. Your heart. Your heart. You're so hot. You're sizzling. No, I'm saying your heart. Your heart. You need to embrace your heart. This is what's going to lead you into feeling your heart, the power necessary to move mountains. Some of you are going to establish relationships in pure ways that you never even thought possible because they're going to be supernatural. Mind you, Venus trining Neptune in Pisces is going to integrate supernatural mechanics between your ability to collectively share emotional experiences together and communicate them together, creating new shared meaning in psychic ways that you've been doing before, but it's just more pronounced. Now, let's put this in the context that we're in an intergalactic war. There's bioterrorism in the air and social terrorism in the social media. This is going to be cataclysmic in all of the best ways if your attitude is right. And so, as we go through the signs, I want to let you know it's very important that you level up and awaken. This great awakening is gifting you 3 things: activation, evolution, and transformation. Everyone is having an activation, which you're all right now. We are right now. An evolution that brings you further. And a transformation. Some of you are your transformation state, but I'm going to get to you specific. Why is this important? It is the relevant partnerships that you get into that will induce these states. You're in a position to actually connect with partnerships that directly trigger your direct ascension. Because one way or another, you will embrace that we are in this together. Aries, this Venus in Cancer is going to be very messy. And so you just want to talk shit the whole time about how beautiful your mind is, and then come into a deeper understanding about how right you were the whole time. Taurus, I'm not going to lie, this is really just going to get you paid. And this is really for you to develop a much more powerful sense of yourself when you really see how much respect you command because of how talented and natural your grace is. Gemini, you really just want to talk shit without abandon. Say things that will purposefully get you in trouble just to see what will happen. This will let you know your word is beyond valuable. And as angry as people are, they also want to see the train. They also want to see you just say things out of your mouth too. This will not only add to your value, but get you paid as well. Leo, Cancer. Cancer, you're going to spend the first half of this Leo season pretending that all the people maliciously gossiping about you aren't maliciously gossiping about you, just like your real life. And then you're going to spend the second half of Leo season actually exposing and pulling receipts mercilessly on everyone that had the audacity to gossip about you, because they clearly got you twisted. Leo, you're going to be gossiping about Cancer. I'm just joking. You're going to be really connecting with very truthful people around you. And this is going to be very important because this is going to actually utilize social network groups and get a consensus about what general idea people have of you. This is going to lead into the next half of Leo, you releasing old ideas about yourself, but also having secret romances with people that no one else would ever think you would even talk to a day in your life. Virgo, people clearly got you twisted, and so you're going to show and prove. Virgo, I remember a time when somebody said you were wrong, and you were like, you must not know that I keep receipts. This is ridiculous. You know what? You know what? Give me some time. You must not know that I keep receipts. You think that I'm just saying it. You think I'm Gemini. You think I'm Gemini. That's every Virgo. You think I'm Gemini. You think I just say things to say things. Hold on. No. I have receipts. I'll be back. You said you didn't say that. No, it's a receipt. Remember that screenshot I said you had? What was that? What was that? You said you didn't say what? You didn't say what? Oh, what was that? I was wrong. I made that. I made what? What? This is every Virgo ever in existence. This is every Virgo. What? You didn't say you did swear you didn't say that. Swear you did. Swear. What is this? What is? Look at this. What is this? What is this? What is this? I am not Gemini. Thank you very much. And so you've been showing and proving. And now you're coming into the rewards, Virgo. You have done the job. You've let these people know that they will never mess with you, and they never had a chance. Libra. You're coming into amazing career success. You're going to polish up the recent work you've done to set the direction of your career. But what's very important is you really need to decide once and for all whether you're going to see yourself as the motherfucking truth. I think you're being too modest. And I think you're underestimating your importance by the charming things that you say to people at opportune times. You're going to fully define the meaning of your relationships with people. And that's a fancy way of saying that you're going to just charm the pants off of people and get them to do everything that you wanted them to do indirectly through neurolinguistic programming and other such psychological mechanisms that you do to make people think that they made their own decisions, but you were mastermind manipulating them the whole time. Scorpio, this is going to transform your dynamics with others because you're going to get people to play themselves. You're going to be catching all sorts of people in lies. And this psychological trick that you do all the time, you do this very fascinating thing where you call people out for being fake as hell and you pretend that you like something, knowing that that person hates it, just so you can get that person to say that they like it because you know that they're going to say it. And then you will reveal that you never really liked it. You just wanted to see what they would say. And you could apply this technique to almost every single one of your interactions. And people aren't even going to know that you're directly reading their mind. And they're not even going to know that while you're putting on a face because you don't want to hurt their feelings, you think they're mediocre, you think that they're the scum of the earth, they disgust you, and if they wouldn't go to jail, they would kill you right now for standing in their presence with their weak-ass selves and their impure, stupid disgustingness. I feel you too, Scorpio. But we're going to see the shift, okay? We're going to not only see the shift, we're going to ascend so much of your dynamics. You're going to snip, 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 and purify. Just you may not want to be afraid of exposing dynamics. You see, Scorpio, you have some married people in your inbox. And so let me use an analogy. The first half of Leo season, married people slide in your DM. And it's like, do you not know who I am? Do you think you can keep me in the shadows? And then the last half of Leo season, you pull a Virgo and you're like, I also have receipts too. Is that your boyfriend? They were in my DM. Is that your husband? They were in my DM. Look at your husband's penis in my DM. Look at your other girlfriend's and boyfriend's penis and vagina in my DM. Look at your partner's penis in my DM. Look at your partner sliding in my DMs. Look at your other partner in my DMs. And you're going to reveal that. Anyway, other than that, Scorpio, you enjoy. You enjoy indeed. Sagittarius, this is definitely going to have you establish the truth of your relationships with others once and for all. And it will never, ever, ever, ever be the same. And once you establish this, Sagittarius, you will truly see people for who they really are. And you're going to establish, Sagittarius, your twin flame relationship with the Geminis who have always been destined to be with you because you already know it is. Unless you don't, then you will know. And once this goes into the 8th, you'll begin transforming your connections. And it doesn't have to necessarily be with the Gemini, but whether with the truth, situation, which metaphorically represents Gemini. So in that case, it's still Gemini too, unless you're actually directly with the Gemini. You could actually channel it for you, which is actually the preference of being with the Gemini in the first place. And I know Sagittarius are kind of like confused with, should I get with the Gemini? Because like, why would I get with the Gemini when I can get with Libra, Aquarius? And it's like, yeah, there's Gemini, but there's also Aquarius and there's also Libra. And it's like, why would I get with Gemini when I get with Libra? And if I didn't want to get with Libra, I'd get with Aquarius. So like Gemini is my partner, but like, why would I even get with Gemini? And it's like Sagittarius, you need to get with Gemini because it's North Node. Get with Gemini, just get with Gemini, just get with Gemini! Ah! My bad. Okay, so other than that, get with Gemini. Capricorn. I don't know where that came from. Capricorn. Venus is beautifying your lifestyle. Okay. Venus is beautifying your behavior and helping you multitask. This is allowing you to take and prepare for the latter half of Leo season where you will establish soulmate partnerships. It's going to get all romantic as much as y'all don't want to admit that you love at a degree, as long as it's also practical and useful to you. The 7th house chapter is going to really have you connect deeper with real friends in your life. So the 6th house chapter is very much say, how this is going to align in your lifestyle. You did not hear my accent shift at all. All right, so I don't want to hear it. You did not hear my accent shift. That was in your imagination. Aquarius, okay? You're going to polish your talents. You have very extraordinary talents. You're going to polish them and you're going to integrate them in your lifestyle. And let me give you an example. I got an Aquarius vibe, and I'm gonna rap like I'm live, and these my Aquarius talents, and I don't have to know what I'm saying, because I know what I'm saying. I do it every day, and I ain't even playing, and I ain't even playing, and I say what I'm saying, and I go Super Saiyan like a Saiyan, and I'm going, and I'm playing, and I'm talking, because I'm man, and I'm like a Maybach cross, and it is what it is. I'm a boss, and I go in, and I go in, and I'm gonna put this in the latter half of Leo season, which is my 7th house for other people, and I was gonna go on my 6th house, so I'm gonna integrate this in my behavior. I'm gonna take my talents, and I'm gonna be an alien, and I'm gonna just be rapping, and people are gonna look at me weird, like, is he really just rapping in front of everybody and just have not even being ashamed of expressing his talents, because he's leading humanity, because it's the age of Aquarius, because he's actually connecting everyone with his words, because he doesn't even know that inside he's absurd, and because he be going, and because he know he in there, and he just be integrating these talents into his work, and he's doing it, and he doing it, and he integrating the brain, and he has supernatural abilities. Is insane, and it's actually supposed to be crazy, because the mechanism is crazy, because name of genius, that ain't crazy, and crazy is how it actually works, because it's electric, and it goes berserk, and I go in, and I go in, and I take you to church. Aquarius, you still need to lose my number. And I can't, channeling you just makes me crazy. This is why I don't channel Aquarius and Pisces. Because I get the strongest channel, but Aquarius makes me look crazy. And Pisces makes me look delusional on purpose. Like Pisces doesn't even have to make me look delusional. They just be trolling, like, let's fuck with the peace dealer. All right. Pisces, you know, is very it's very remarkable here. You know, we see that the beginning of Leo season, all right, as we close this Venus talk, all right, I'm going to put a link to Young Pharaoh's live. He's about to expose Hollywood pedophilia, election theft, and the Great Awakening with John Paul Rice. It's a must see. You must see this, guys. Pisces, you're really going to understand a very hidden truth, right? People don't really understand that within 5 seconds of seeing them, you can have a visual of everything that they were doing. So, like, you can see someone dressed all proper, but then you could just look at their timeline and see that before they came in judging everyone, they beat their meat like 5 times before. Like, you can kind of understand people in a very different level that lets you, you know, smear through false pretense. This is definitely going to have you understand who your agents are. This is also going to help you understand the truth of who you are within. And as you understand the truth of who you are within, this is going to allow you to, at the latter half of the season, express this forth very, very creatively. And your creative expression of this, Pisces, is going to develop very amazing talents that can transform your collective. But Pisces, you're not normal. And so I'm not going to do this normal interpretation. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. This is why I told you to leave my number before, because you want to go on these magical adventures. You don't want to invite me. You don't want to invite me. You said you were going to bring me. You're going on another adventure. You see, I have to cut you out. You're going on another internal mental adventure, and you're going without Gemini. Is this a joke to you? Is this really a joke to you? You're in between worlds, Pisces, and you're making very important decisions that will influence the rest of the fucking galaxy. So many of you are making the decision to finally manifest your magic for real. And you have no idea how much Pisces are afraid of doing this. They see everyone else do it and they get killed. Pisces, you can't really die though. That's your trick. So will you stop being afraid and manifest this? Unlock your hidden treasure and manifest it through your heart. You are going to bring in a new wave, Pisces. Oh my God, what if Rihanna drops an album? That would be crazy. You stay blessed as always. Last thing I'm going to say. If you've seen a twin flame synchronicity, it's not about having twin flames. There's a stage of your divine partnership that's getting ready, not only to align, but to uncover the full truth of. Tonight and tomorrow, you are going to definitively unlock the true understanding of this. And once this moves into Cancer and the moon moves into Aries, it is go time. And if you're ready to go, back.